It's obvious, isn't it? Light is better than heavy.
It's obvious.
I mean, at the beginning, they said, let's have some light.
It wasn't, oh, and let's have a bit of heavy while we're about it.
No. Of course, Wispas are lighter than ordinary chocolate.
Women's brains are lighter than men's. I wonder why that is.
I don't know. Suppose Cadbury's make them that way.
What, women's brains?
No, Wispas. It's obvious why men's brains are heavier.
Why?
More dense.
Wispa. Enlightenment from Cadbury.
Fancy a Cadbury's Wispa, Jen?
Oh, Paul, my favourite chocolate bar. How thoughtful.
I thought so.
Can't you feel the irresistibility?
Oh, I can feel it, Jen. I can feel it.
So...
Smooth as velvet, Jen?
Yes, but there's more. An intriguing, elusive quality, but I can't quite...
Put your finger on it.
Yes.
I know exactly what you mean.
You do?
Absolutely. But enough about me. What do you think of the Wispa? Cadbury's milk chocolate Wispa. Bite it and believe it.
These Cadbury's Whispers.
Mm-hmm.
Odd.
How do you mean odd?
Well, like, inside they're sort of like...
Do you mean that velvety chocolate texture leads to a strangely intriguing eating experience every time you bite into one?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Mm.
How do they do that, then?
No one knows, do they?
Except Cadbury's.
No. They don't know. They can't do.
Well, the people who make them don't know how to make them.
No. That's what makes them so intriguing in the first place.
Oh, that's marvellous, isn't it?
Well, it's logic, really.
Yeah. Cadbury's milk chocolate Whisper. Bite it and believe it.
New Wispa Mint. Delicious Wispa chocolate with a mouth-watering layer of mint. Oh. New Wispa Mint from Cadbury's. Have you heard the latest whisper?
Don't you love these Cadbury's Wispa bars?
Yeah, nice.
But don't they remind you of something?
What do you mean?
Well, Cadbury's make it so that after you've unwrapped it, you can delight in that smooth and yielding velvety center. So that no matter how many times you experience it, it's always surprising, never predictable. Now, what does that remind you of?
Watching Fulham?
Cadbury's milk chocolate Whisper. Bite it and believe it.
It has come to my attention that the powers that be have been up to something.
What sort of something?
They've produced a new bar called Wispa, which is all milk chocolate, but which tastes completely different.
It's hard to believe. I mean, chocolate is, what's the word?
Chocolate?
Precisely.
Taste it. Who but Cadbury's could have given this item such a distinctive, velvety texture?
My word, it's absolutely spiffing.
Shall I distribute them to the men?
Certainly not. It's far too good for them.
Cadbury's new Whisper. The ultimate chocolate experience. Bite it and believe it.
I feel I must draw your attention to a certain item.
Oh, what's that?
It's a new bar by the name of Wispa. They're made entirely from milk chocolate. It tastes curiously different.
But you're imagine chocolate is chocolate.
But this is made by Cadbury's, with a texture that some have described as velvety.
Say, it really is splendid. So good we ought to hush it up for a while.
Was that prudent? Remember Watergate.
Cadbury's new Whisper. The ultimate chocolate experience. Bite it and believe it.
What's the song about, Victoria?
Cadbury's Whisper. Nothing. You see, whenever I bite into a Cadbury's Whisper and experience that intriguing, velvety chocolate texture, I come over all inspired, and I simply have to commit the moment to music.
Not every time.
So far, yes.
Cadbury's milk chocolate Whisper. Bite it and believe it.
Sound travels fast, doesn't it?
Sorry, did you say something?
I said sound travels fast, though not, of course, as fast as light.
Oh, obviously.
100 million miles an hour, that's how fast light goes.
Yeah, I'm surprised we ever see it.
Take this Wispa, for example. Because it's so light, it can travel at immense speeds.
It doesn't look very fast.
Of course, it disintegrates when it reaches 100 million miles an hour.
Or when it reaches your mouth.
Whichever happens soonest.
Wispa. Enlightenment from Cadbury.
These Cadbury's Whispers.
Mm-hmm.
Odd.
Odd? How do you mean odd?
Well, like, inside they're sort of like,
Like
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So it's a chocolate bar with in it? Well, it's caramel, isn't it? Delicate Wispa chocolate with a layer of golden caramel.
How do they do that?
Well, I don't know, but they must have invented a caramel putting-in machine, I suppose.
Oh, that's marvellous, isn't it?
Yeah, that's marvellous.
Yeah, new Wispa Gold from the people who brought you Cadbury's Wispa.
Dennis, I think Cadbury's have come up with something.
Do what, John?
They made this new bar from Cadbury's milk chocolate, and it tastes sort of different.
Oh, highly likely, yeah. Chocolate's chocolate, innit?
You don't believe me? You get your laughing gear on there. And what they've done, they've given it this amazing new texture. It kind of melts in your mouth.
And that's exactly what they've done. Amazing. No, I'll tell a lie. Amazing.
What say we keep this just between the two of us, eh?
What say you buy your own, eh? Cadbury's new milk chocolate Wispa. Bite it and believe it.
How much do you know about Cadbury's?
You mean the chocolate cherries?
Only they've just come up with something rather interesting. They've got up this new bar, which is made from Cadbury's milk chocolate. It tastes completely different.
You expect me to believe that, do you?
Huh?
I mean, chocolate, isn't it?
I'll see what you think. They've given it this new texture that sort of melts in the mouth.
Absolutely extraordinary. Tell me, do Cadbury's intend to sell this to the public at large?
I imagine so. Why?
Oh, far too good for them.
Cadbury's new milk chocolate Wispa. Bite it and believe it.
Simon, can I interest you in an amazing new experience?
Well, that rather depends.
It's called Wispa, and it's made entirely from milk chocolate. But it tastes very different.
Well, how odd. I thought the chocolate was just chocolate.
Oh, no. This is from Cadbury, see? It has this yielding, velvety texture to it, which can only be described as indescribable.
Absolutely extraordinary. You know, that's the most pleasurable experience I've ever had.
I can well believe that.
Cadbury's new Wispa. The ultimate chocolate experience. Bite it and believe it.
Chocolate? Yes. New Wispa Gold. And guess what's new about it?
Milk chocolate.
It's always had the Cadbury's milk chocolate, now it's got something else.
The distinctive velvety texture.
Yes, that is the Cadbury's Wispa chocolate, but now it's got something new.
Chocolate?
No! Now it's got a layer of deliciously rich caramel.
So it tastes completely different.
That's the caramel, Boyle.
It's the milk chocolate.
No! It's the caramel!
New Wispa Gold